And not only did he work on it, whenever there was a slow season, there was no work. During the winter, he used to go to help out. There was a famous matzah bakery, Meyer London. And he went there and he used to carry the sacks of flour and help other things in order to make a dal. As I said, in 1906, I came, in 1909, my my mother and Sadie and Sam and Irving came to this country. And we lived on, and I lived with my father, I lived on Cherry Street. On the fourth floor, there was no toilet, not even in the hall. We had to run to the yard. Then we moved from there, we moved to another one on Rotke Street. There at least they had already in the hall a toilet. It was a little better. From there, a cousin of ours on Rotke Place had a house and they asked us to move into them and we moved in. Ours, Moshe Kriselov. We lived there until my mother came. My mother came, of course we all lived together on 57 Henry Street. That was our first apartment. My Aunt Sadie, my Aunt Sophie, my mother's sister lived with Abram, lived in that house too. That's the Marmor family. The Marmor family, they lived there too. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about the house where I was born. As much as I remember that house. It was a big house, one big room and one little bedroom next to it. The house was from wood and the roof was from straw. All the houses from the village looked alike. The stove we burned with wood. To get the wood was a big job. First we had to go to the forest, cut it, and then bring it in big logs, and bring it with the saw, then with a hatchet, and it was very hard work to bring in the wood. Most of the wood was brought in during the summer, because winter was almost impossible to get there. The wood didn't cost us any money because the forest belonged to the men they hired, they rented the house and the farm, and we could have taken all the wood we needed for that purpose. As we entered the house, there was before you entered the house, there was a big place where they kept all the shovels and everything, all the junk and also whatever was needed to keep in that place we kept. In the house, in the bedroom, my father and mother slept there. My father slept there, my mother, in two separate beds. The beds, there was no mattresses, we had straw. A bag full of straw, this was the straw was changed every 6 months. They changed the straw. And the pillows from feathers. There was also a cover to cover up during the winter. It's very cold. Also, they called it a perenne from feathers. It was a big use a quilt. In the house there was benches all around, a table in the middle, at the end of near the benches, and on the benches, whoever was there slept. Children, everybody else slept on those benches. And it was also used to sit and we ate. To explain you the work that was done there, my mother used to work probably 20 hours a day. You can't imagine how hard she worked. She had to bake her own bread, and for the bread, it was our own flour. The flour was from the corn that we gathered during the summer in order to, and the way we brought out the seeds that we should be able to make flour was a real big job of it. I can't imagine how hard that was. The bread we baked for 2 weeks. One big loaves, and it lasted for 2 weeks. That's the way we ate the bread, and for 2 weeks the same bread, black bread. For Saturday, white flour, we didn't have our own, we used to buy. And my mother used to make the big challah and sometimes a piece of cake. We had to make our own butter, our own cheese, everything our own. When it came for Pesach, we had to bake our own matzahs. And it was really only those that read, the pioneers in the United States went through and they came here, those can understand the kind of life we had there. During the summer, we had to take out the horse for pasture on the field. And my father slept most of the time in the field during the summer because he had to take out the horse and he had to sleep with the horse. After my father came from the army, 7 years later, he had to go, it was in reserve, and he had to go for training for 4 weeks, far away from our village. I was then, must have been the most about 10 years old, and it was in the fall when I was at home, not in Cheder. It's not in Hebrew school. I took out the horse at night and slept there together with the peasants. And there was a way how the horse used to tie around his front feet. He was able to walk around a little bit, but he couldn't run away. And every night for 4 weeks almost, I slept. My father used to sleep on the grass out about a mile or far further from the house. I went horseback riding and I rode the horse already for a long time. That was easy for me. And that was the life. The peasants, I remember the peasants, they didn't have no beds in the house. They had the stove, and the house was big. From the stove to the wall, there was a big platform of wood, and the whole family slept on that platform, except the very old people slept on the stove because they were cold. They had a side room. As you go into the house, they had a side room. In that room, a newlywed used to sleep there. There it was cold, no heat, nothing. Even winter they slept there. That was the custom for about a couple of weeks they slept there. Then they came into the house and slept with everybody else on the same platform. Children, husband, wife, everybody slept on the same platform.